Hey guys, welcome to the 15th episode of my Road to 2000 FIDE. In this series, I cover the KNSB and RSB games that I play. That is the Dutch and the Rotterdam Chess Federation. And the games for the KNSB count towards a FIDE rating. I believe my FIDE rating at this point is 1893, so I'm a little bit down as a comparison to the last time I made a video, because of course the last video I lost. I drew actually against a 1600. That's the reason why I went down a little bit. So that is why I'm now 1893. The games for the RSB, which is one of the games that I'm reviewing right now, so this is played in the RSB instead of the KNSB, do not actually count towards a FIDE rating, so my FIDE rating won't be affected by the result of today's game. And without further ado, let's get into it right now. So c4 is the move that my opponent played here. My opponent played with with the white pieces, of course, and I played with the black pieces. c4, c6, knight c3, d5, d4, knight f6, knight f3, e6, e3, bishop d6, bishop d3, b6, castles and castles. There's not a whole lot of things to say about this opening. It's all theory up until the b6 move, which was a little bit odd maybe, but one of the better moves, so it's good. And then castles and castles, so now we are both castled, and here my opponent got a little bit of a lead here. It's plus 0.92. What my opponent should have played here was apparently the move e4, and opening everything up and trying to get maybe your dark squared bishop out. That's the move that he should have played. My opponent, however, played queen b3. And this was a move of which I thought immediately, okay, that's probably not the most accurate move. The reason why it's not the most accurate is because your queen is supposed to be in the attack, and it's supposed to be on the king side, not on the queen side. Besides, I just played b7, so you're not going to get any pawns here. So I don't think that was the best move, is what my initial instinct was. And I didn't see an immediate way to take advantage, so I just played knight b to d7, which is fine. He played bishop d2. Once again, a move of which I thought maybe not the best move, but it's also not bad, of course. It's decent, it's fine. You connect your rooks, of course, so the idea is very obvious, but like I mentioned, it's maybe not the best move. So dxc4, bishop xc4, e5, bishop xf7. This is what happened, and here I decided to take here on c4, and after taking I wanted to play e5, and my idea was that I wanted to open up the bishop and maybe also the queen, bring in the knight. Maybe in the long run, if he decides to take back here, I was going to take with the knight, and now after this and this, I'm just doing very well. I'm attacking here. I have a bishop that's coming in the attack. I maybe have knight g4 and queen h4. So that was my initial idea. My opponent, however, decided to play bishop xf7. This is a mistake, and my initial thought was here I can just take, and if you go knight g5, I just go queen f8, and if you decide to trade everything off, I'm actually playing with two minor pieces against a rook, and I'm up. Am I up a pawn? No, I'm not up a pawn, right? No, but this was my initial idea, and usually if you can get two pieces for a rook in an endgame, it's better for the side with two pieces. I didn't decide to do this. I decided to play king h8, which I thought was also a good move. The reason I thought this would have been a good move is because my rook gets into the game. I still have my queen, my bishop, and my knight coming in. So I saw a very nice attack coming. And in hindsight, it isn't that good. And the reason that it isn't that good is because if white decides to defend in the proper way and at the same time maintains the bishop on this diagonal, it's actually very dangerous for black, because there's moves like knight g5 and knight f7, and you have to be very careful. So yeah, that wasn't the best move. However, my opponent decided to play bishop c4, and after bishop c4, once again, bishop c4 is a move that I immediately thought, okay, this is probably not the most accurate. This is probably not very good. And the reason why I decide moves like bishop c4 aren't the most accurate is because there's no need to get your bishop off the f7 square. I mean, it's obvious if you still want to go for this trick, right? But there's no need to immediately move the bishop. A much better move here would be to just go here immediately. You're threatening this, and at the same time, maybe later, if you try to get your bishop out of the way, you were able to get the f7 move in. So yeah, like I mentioned, bishop c4 was once again a move of which I thought that's probably not the best move, and it wasn't. So yeah, However, I didn't play the best move myself either. I played EXD4, which is once again not the best move. I should have played E4. This is also a move that I looked at. I was debating with either or not I should play E4 or I should play EXD4. But I thought here, and then he's just double attacking this, and he's also threatening this. So I was like, why would I do this? You know, why would I do this? Maybe, what is the move here to, okay, now you can sacrifice. Okay, wow. Yeah, because after all this, you can just take here. And then if he takes here, you go just back here, maybe? Wow. Yeah, I obviously in this game I looked at a lot of lines in which I could sacrifice on H2. So yeah, however, I missed apparently this, and then sacrifice. That's what I missed. But okay, sure. That's why I decided to take, which is not again not the best move. If he takes with the pawn here, I'm actually a little bit worse. Lucky for me, my opponent took with the knight, which I once again immediately thought, okay, this must be a blunder, because now H2 is just free to take. Because, or at least free to take it. Now H2 is a tactical pattern, and yeah, so I did that, or not actually immediately. I played knight c5 first, which is fine. It's not very good. It's not the best move. I mean, it is good, not the best move. But yeah, I was like, okay, I can just throw in a move in which I tempo the queen, and then I can sacrifice, and maybe I can bring my queen into some other diagonals. And at the same time, my bishop opens up. So I was like, okay, this must be a good move. Knight c5. I mean, I get even more pieces into attack with the bishop. And yeah. So knight c5, queen c2. My opponent decided to bring his queen to safety. And now bishop xh2, the first brilliant move of this game. Yeah, so overall this game didn't find all the best accurate moves in the beginning of the game, but at a certain point, from this point forward, I'm able to find a lot of tactical maneuvers which are very good. So bishop xh2. Why does bishop xh2 work? Well, obviously, if you take here, there is knight g4, which is probably the best line for him, and then there's king g3, I think, because if you go here, for example, there's this, and I think it's just game over already. There's nothing you can do. It's just made in 4, so there's nothing you can do. So this is actually the best line for him if he goes king g3, because now after this move, I think he has something like push, right? Actually, funny. Okay, doesn't have push at all, but actually funny because this is actually a losing move. Wow. Wow. How? I didn't look at this in the engine yet, but apparently this is a losing move. What is the reason why? Oh, because of f4. Wow. Oh, now you lose the knight, maybe? Wow, interesting. Okay, so apparently that would have been losing. So maybe here, if he did this, I would have still lost this game. I'm not sure, because I think I would have played queen g5. I'm not sure. Maybe I would have found some other move, but yeah. Maybe there's just queen here or something, but there's still f4, right? f4 just saves the day. Yeah. Okay, well, lucky for me, my opponent played king h1, so we both played our king to the h1 or h8 corner, and we both mistakenly did so that's nice. And yeah, here I decided to play knight g4. I mean, obviously, I mean, a queen g4, queen h4 is coming, maybe queen g5, maybe, I don't know. So there's so many things that win here right now. So, you know, he played g3, stopping queen h4, of course, and I decided to play queen g5. Apparently not the best move. The best move would have been to go here immediately and then just take and keep this rook here, and yeah, be very strong here. I can take this and then I can come in. So, you know, also very good, of course. I decided to play queen g5, and he decided to play king g2, which is a losing move, because there's a lot of things I can do here. But the most damaging one probably is knight xf2, the second brilliant move of this game. The reason why, if you take here, you're gonna get mated, because there's this, and this, which is a mate, and the knight is obviously protected by my rook. So you cannot go and take the bishop, and if you take this, I just come in with my queen. If you go here, there's this, or even with the rook probably. And if you go here, it's mate in 1, so, you know. So yeah, knight xf2, brilliant move. I mean, what do you do even? What do you even do? I don't think there's a lot. There's a lot you can do. I mean, you're not in check, so maybe you can. I don't know. So what is the best move here? This is definitely not the best move. The best move is to go knight d2, knight d2 e2, because you need to save the g3 pawn. And now I can probably. What do I do here? What do I even do here? I'm not sure. Some crazy bishop move. No, that probably does that work? Well, okay, there's a mate in 19 here. I would have not found the mate in 19. Maybe this is the move, because this leads to mate, right? Yeah. So you cannot take there, and if you go like back, maybe. Yeah, so a lot of lines that bring to an eventual mate here. But the actual game went with rook xf2, queen xg3, king h1, and rook xf2. And here my opponent decided to resign because, I mean, there's simply no way to stop queen g2. And yeah, you can sacrifice your queen and then maybe go here or something. And then, like, anywhere you go, it's just mate. So yeah, a nice win. My opponent was a little bit lower rated though. I think he was like 1600, 1650. And yeah, I think for the... So we have a Canesby and a FIDE rating. For the FIDE, I'm 1893, I believe. And for the Canesby, I'm 1873 or something. So a win against the 1600, maybe a few points. Not really sure how much I will increase with such a win, but probably not more than 10 or 15 points. So yeah, it's creeping towards the 1819s and equalizing in terms of rating towards my FIDE rating. So yeah, it's decent. 2000 is still far way off though. 2000 is another ballpark and definitely a lot harder to reach because 1900 to 2000 FIDE rated players are very strong, very strong. And I think I make too much mistakes still to get there now, but maybe at some point we will be able to do it. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and see you in the next one. Bye.